Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sally and I hope you enjoy this video that I have for you. Today we'll be coloring in this sketch I made of Kyo and Tohru from Fruits Baskets. I absolutely adore this show and I adore this couple, so I thought it was very fitting that it was going to be the next set of characters for this little mini series I'm doing of drawing my favorite couples. I am mostly using my Ohuhu brush markers. I use the skin tone set, the pastel set, and the original set as well. So just kind of getting a variety of colors in there. I tried to only use those, but I could not get the exact colors I wanted. So this first drawing you're seeing is a test. And I ended up using watercolors just for their clothes, just to get like the right color that I kind of wanted. Otherwise, the entire drawing is primarily with Ohuhu alcohol markers. So the way I started out this drawing was I actually sketched it on my iPad. I personally just really enjoy sketching on my iPad just because it's a lot easier to kind of refine the sketch and look at proportions and, flipping the canvas and everything just to make sure that the sketch makes sense compositionally, and that way I don't have a bunch of erase marks and, ghosting from pencil marks that I made that I no longer want on the sheet of paper. So overall, it just helps to keep it clean. And then there's obviously multiple methods that you can use to get the sketch from your iPad onto the paper so you can finish your drawing physically. I referenced a base that I found on the Clip Studio Paint community and just kind of used that as my reference, and then I went ahead and printed out my sketch on my printer onto a sheet of paper from my Ohuhu alcohol marker sketchbook. And this made it really easy for me to not even have to worry about line art, and I was really excited to learn this new technique because then I don't have to print out on a sheet of paper and then trace it using my light board. I just think that this kind of eliminated that one step, and that was really nice to figure out that how my printer ink actually works with alcohol markers. So that is basically my supplies. At the end of the video, I used just a little bit of color pencil just to kind of add a little more texture, but that is the bulk of the supplies that I'll be using. In Procreate, where I sketched this piece, I used the 2B pencil. It is my favorite sketching pencil, and I'm kind of coming around to using it for line art as well, just because I love the effect that it gives. So, like I mentioned, I am drawing Kyo and Tohru from Fruits Baskets, and this is a show that I didn't really know much about. I mean, I had seen some artists do fan art for the show, and it looked really cute. That when I first started watching it, I was just immediately in love. I love the way that this show just approaches characters and character design, and the way it represents like the trauma is just so realistic, and it literally has you crying like every single episode. It's insane. So this show did originally air summer of 2001. I did not watch it back then. I did not watch the original version. I actually watched the new version of the anime. The anime was released, I'm pretty sure, 2019. And it ran from 2019 to 21, like the rebooted anime. And so that's the one I watched. And let me tell you, I was just enthralled. I mean, I am an absolute binge watcher when it comes to shows, especially anime. So I was really happy to see that it was a full series that I can just binge from the start. But yeah, basically this show just kind of gave me all the feels. I really loved Tohru as the main character. She was sweet and she was humble and she was so kind to make you like her, but she obviously did have her faults and she struggled a lot internally with her own issues, and it just kind of helped you learn about the characters in a way that felt authentic. and in a way that kind of made you look inside of yourself. And I'm not one for like treating shows like therapy or anything, obviously, but this show was almost like that to me, because it just kind of gave an element of you're not alone, I guess. I'm not sure really how else to explain it, but yeah, this show just touches your heart. It makes you cry all the time. If you enjoy violently crying and sobbing in front of your screen, then I absolutely recommend it. It is the perfect amount of lovey-dovey, I guess. It's not necessarily like grossly romantic, but it makes you fall in love with the characters, and you watch the characters fall in love with each other, and it's just wow. I just as you can tell, I'm absolutely in love with the show. It very quickly climbed up to be one of my favorite animes of all time, just because of the reach that it would have. And yeah, I have literally nothing bad to say about the show, except the fact that the last season was kind of cut short. I wish they had done a full season like the ones prior. But there is a movie coming out, which is pretty insane. And I think it's actually supposed to be about Tohru, the main character's parents. So yeah, that'll be really exciting to watch once it does come out. The trailer does feature Kyo and Tohru, which is really exciting. I really hope that they are kind of explored a little more in terms of like when they're actually in the relationship. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. And I kind of drew this as obviously as part of this little mini series of drawing my favorite couples, but also to just kind of get me like hyped up and like in the mood for, you know, watching that movie special. So yeah, I hope that if you are a Fruits Basket fan, and if you're also looking forward to the upcoming movie, that you enjoy this video, this little drawing, and I hope it, you know, helps you get hype as well. Coming back to the materials I'm using and the drawing itself, as you can see, the watercolor, at least on Kyo's shirt, was a little bit patchy. So that was one thing that I didn't necessarily really like, but I do go in and kind of try and fix a little bit by layering Ohuhu markers over it. I haven't used my alcohol markers in a long time at this point, honestly, but that's kind of nice because it makes me, obviously I don't forget what I know, but it kind of just helps me get back into it when I'm drawing a character or something that I really like. And having 3 sets, I mean 2 fairly large sets, I think they're like 36 count, and then the skin tone marker might be like 24 count. So that is, hold on, let me do some quick maths here. That is 96 alcohol markers, 96 colors that I had to choose from. So obviously I know not everybody has this accessibility, but due to Ohuhu's, you know, very affordable nature, I was able to, you know, accumulate this many markers in the last couple of years. If it were Copics, let me tell you, I would not have that many markers because those would be literally like 3 to 4 times the price. So I love my Ohuhu markers. I love the Ohuhu sketchbook. I think that there is a lot to be learned from these markers because honestly the quality for the price is like insane. It's really good. It's a really fun medium to try out for that anime look, especially like the pastel ones in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, obviously this is not like hashtag sponsored or nothing, but I just genuinely want to share the mediums that I like and what I do and don't like about them with you all, and also to document for myself, because at the end of the day, that's what this channel is all about, right? It's about sharing with you and kind of something for me to look back on in the future. So now I'm going in with color pencils, like I mentioned. I just kind of like doing this as a last little touch to add a little more texture onto pieces. It just makes me feel like it's a little more complete, I guess. I've got lots that I love about this drawing, and obviously, as you saw, it took a couple of attempts, but it still made me very happy, and I hope that it does that for you too. Alright, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, consider, dropping a like or maybe subscribing to my channel for more. Take care, friends. Bye.